it new. You can find it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, you better watch out for that kryptonite. So come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh. As we look up at the stars in the sky, did we ever stop and wondered why we let our love shine all through the night? Just you and me, babe, until the morning light, the morning light. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I am Robert, aka The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa. We are coming to you live at this very moment from the back of Deck 17 here on the Carnival Jubilee. And some of the highlights were a mixture of the sail away party and some of the port. We had that because I didn't get that in the first day, so I wanted to share that with you because it was amazing. So we hope you all had a very Merry Christmas with your families, and we want to thank each and every one of you that are here with us tonight. God bless you all from the bottom of our heart, truly. We really do appreciate spending some time with us tonight, okay? That being said, some housekeeping notes for the newbies, okay? We are on the ship right now, obviously, and we are here to help get your answers for you. So if you have a question about this ship, something specific that you wanted to know, you're going to leave it down in the chat, okay, while we're streaming. If you're watching the replay, leave your request, your question in the comments. We answer all the questions and do our absolute best to get you the answers for your questions, okay? So that's it for housekeeping notes. We gotta give Macrina her thing. There it is. It's balcony cam.
Kind of.
Well, we're on a balcony, aren't we? That is actually the live look right now from where we're sitting. It's just behind us. That is the pool down on deck 16. As you can see, it is all quiet, but it looks beautiful. Here, hang on a second. Hang on. Just so you know, we're live. See? It's not faux balcony cam. It's real balcony cam.
It is real balcony cam.
All right. And so we wanted to make sure that we give you some views like we normally do. So that being said, without Hey there, Tall Man Clan. Today we are on deck 6. We are standing right here, and we're going to show you all of what's on deck 6. If you've ever watched our deck tours before, we always try to stay to the right. So if you saw on that map, the first thing over to the right here is the Cloud9 Spa. As you see, it is completely closed. So Lisa got a tour of the spa when we first got on the ship, which we'll insert here. So as we continue, or sometime we'll show you the spa. As we continue on, there's the Jubilee Theater. We'll show you what it looks like. Kind of a nice long wraparound. They've got pictures of different shows that happen on the different ships through the years. And as you can see, it's completely closed. But if we open it, we'll sneak in. They're in here cleaning. So here's your theater. Here's your stage. We'll try to sneak in from up top so you can have a better look. Okay. Uh-oh, are we trapped? Gotta push, not pull. By the way, there's a little ramp right there at the edge. Well, so that's as far right as we could get. Now, we continue on right on the other side. Normally we would have walked all the way through the theater. Little ramp right here. So the other side, well, that's the gym. And as you can see, it's also closed. So we can't get in there, but you can see all the equipment that's in there. It's a nice workout facility, right? Lisa, I think, got in there earlier as well. You should see there's a bathroom right here. So let's continue to move to the rest of the deck. As you see again, we're back where we started, right here. Okay? So as you move forward, again, we'll end up back here. So we're going to keep on going, and we're going to stay to the right. See a nice Carnival Jubilee rendition. We come over to the right here is the piano bar. If you've never come into the piano bar on one of the ships, you got to do it. It's so much fun in here. The guy playing the piano, they're always fantastic. But definitely real blue in here, Lisa.
Yes, they are.
Real blue.
Yes.
All right, so there's your piano bar. Now we're entering the Grand Central area. There was a little bit of a bump there. All right, here's your Java Blue. All right, you have some coffee stations, some drink stations. All right, and your Java Blue. So here's your menu. There's a little breakfast area here. So the breakfast is free. It's just muffins and stuff that you can see. From the bake shop, though, if you want one of their offerings, donuts, cupcakes, bundt cakes, cheesecakes, that all cost you extra. And there are also some salads, some sandwiches, steak, provolone, turkey, bacon, Swiss, salami, ham, pepperoni, provolone, grilled chicken, and cheddar. There's some wraps too, chipotle pork and buffalo cauliflower. Okay, those are all free. You can also get your designer coffees over here. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Your designer coffees. There's the menu for that. All right. And there's some shakes. You want to do some shakes as well, milkshakes, floats. That's all there as well. And oh, they do have a refrigerator with regular drinks, bubblies, sodas, Pepsi products. And there's also some Gatorades and stuff down there. Okay? We're gonna stay to the right. We'll come back on the other side. You'll see it. Here's your cherry on top. So if you have a sweet tooth and need a fixin', cherry on top is your place to go. Every candy you may want is in here. And then some. Yeah. We love cherry on top. We will usually venture in there once during a cruise. A couple of places you can have chairs. By the way, somebody was asking about where you get on and get off the ship. Right here. Or down there. It was the same thing. I didn't point it out. So when you're getting on for the first time, when you're embarking or disembarking the cruise, it's done here. Okay? Now I'm not talking about ports. I'm talking about, your ports of call, the places you're going to visit. That usually is done downstairs. That is just for when you're getting on the ship in general. You need an ATM. There's an ATM right here as well. All right. So here's your currents bar. Look at this, y'all. Beautiful 2-story structure. Okay. Here is the model of the Jubilee. God, it's beautiful. That model is unbelievable. God, I wonder what something like that costs. Then here's a tiled wall. Poseidon. Nice octopus down there. Okay. And then there's some seating area over here next to the bar. And you have a little band that plays here. Okay. It's a nice little bar. I call it the Currents. Sorry, the Golden Mermaid. Right? Now, we are at the Atlantic restaurant. Remember, we're on deck 6. And so this is where you enter the Atlantic restaurant. Now, there was a step up right there. Did you all see that? I want to point that out. I remember on the Celebration, people were tripping like the Dickens light right here. As you can see, it's now all lit up. There's also a ramp over there, okay? Just want to make sure I point that out because I remember it in the Celebration, everybody was tripping. So I think that light hopefully helped with everything. Just nice decor in here. It seems a little bit darker than some restaurants we've been in before because you got sort of darkish colored carpet. The ceiling is dark. The curtains are darker brown. Chairs are kind of a rust color. All right, so you got a window there. Hard to see what's going on out there. Okay, so there is your deck 6 Atlantic restaurant. Go down here. These tables are not made up from last night's dinner experience. Again, remember the step, everybody. Got this cool little hallway connecting things. Remember, that's as far right as we could go. So we're now gonna sort of change directions a little bit here, and beautiful Christmas tree. All right, so this used to be latitudes. So on the other XL class ships, this is latitudes. Here, as you can see, it's called Dr. Ink's PhD. Up there, they do more ocean sort of type views. But they also do these things with the kids' paintings and stuff. Let's not forget a little seating area right here. So as we continue on, you've got your Bistro 71, right? Emeralds, right? And across from Emeralds is a really nice sitting area right here. Love that. Emeralds Bistro. So here you go. For breakfast, you got a po' boy, bananas Foster's, shrimps and grits, shrimp Creole omelets, all kinds of different things. There's a seafood bar, you can see there. There's also what they call a little more. And then you have some sweets. Strawberries Romanoff, lemon ice, beignets, all right? So you can back up here a little bit so you can see the design. looks real nice. All right, Emerald's Bistro. So as we continue on, here's a nice map. Shows different points where Carnival ships are, I guess. Yep. Yeah, we're right here. Oh, that one I touched is Carnival Glory. Come on. Gotta get away. That one's the Vista. Hello. Carnival Valor. It won't let me touch ours. That's funny. Maybe because we're on it. Anyway, so here's the staircase that leads up. You can go up 2 or 3 different stories. You can go to deck 7 or deck 8 from the stairwell. Here's your Carnival kitchen. This looks just like the Carnival kitchen on the celebration in the Mardi Gras. All right, little ramp up. And now we're at the Pacific restaurant. All right, Pacific restaurant. This is where we eat. All right. Little ramp getting up into the restaurant there. Now this one doesn't feel as dark as Atlantic. A little bit lighter carpet. Some more blues in here. But yeah, it's a nice feeling here. Some of the tables are a little tight. We're going to show you where we've been sitting since we talked about it last night in the stream. There's the second story. We'll show that to you in a little bit. It's really neat in here. So now it looks like there's a lot more room right now because there's nobody sitting in their chairs. Okay, but here's our table, 558, and imagine when there's somebody sitting here and somebody here, somebody trying to get through there with a scooter, or this side, even just a walker. They can't do it. In fact, Lisa, I've been sitting in this chair. Lisa started out in that one, then she moved over to this one, and she's now sitting there. And we'll see how that goes. But if you're a lucky one to get a table by the windows, there are some windows here all the way around, okay? But there is your Deck 6 Pacific dining room. So we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna do a little backtrack. Remember, I tell you, I always try to stay to the right. But the right ended at the Atlantic. The Atlantic's sort of back behind here. The kitchen's here in the middle, okay? So, like the other ships, okay? In this class. All right, so we're gonna go back through and we'll just do a quick little left here because here's your very forward elevators and stairs right here, okay? You see, we're now right here, not forward, aft, sorry. Right, so there's 3 elevator shafts, 1, 2, and 3.
There's a conference room right here that we missed.
Was there a conference room?
Yep.
All right, we'll see if we can go try to find it. Conference room during maiden voyages. They're usually using it for office stuff. As you enter the restaurant, it's over here. Yes, the true meaning and definition of the word conference room. Okay, so if you're having a tiny little gathering, or a little office meeting, if you will, that's a tiny space for it. All right, so public restrooms right outside. There's that ramp again. There's the next ramp. All right, so again, we've already walked through here, going the other direction, but we didn't talk about Grand Central and a couple of things over on the right side. So we're trying to give you the full 360 here, so we want to make sure we do that. All right, and another ramp right here. Notice how wide everything is? Again, we were talking about that last night in our stream as well. It's one thing about This design, the ship class, the passageways are just nice and wide, which we love. Okay, so we came from over here, right? Here is Hipfish, kind of went right by it. So if you're looking for a bag, clutch, something like that, ladies, gentlemen, there you go, Hipfish. As we continue on, over here, you have some more, I would call it more beachier attire. But there's also some jewelries and things in here, but sort of light fare, hair ties and things, okay? Across the way, your fragrances, all your beauty and fragrances, your makeup and different things, okay? Moving back, we get into Central. Here's an opposite entry point. Remember, here and here, depending on which side the boat docks on, this would be how you get in and get off the ship when you're doing it for the first time. So here is your center stage. If you've never seen a show here, it's amazing, okay? A few things that we've talked about before we got on the ship. This used to be nothing but tables. And as you see, they've added some benches which can actually hold more people. On this other side, over here, they added this whole bank, squared out box, and added some seats. They're trying to solve their problem of seating issues. But they also built this balcony, right? See this was not here on the Celebration. So that was added to try to create some more seating. We'll show you what that's like from up on deck 7 when we get there, okay? So the mid-ship elevators are right there. Those are your midship elevators, okay? And so let's go over to the right. Here's your center stage bar. We haven't seen this side yet. Here's a ramp. Seeing Grand Central. So over here on the right is your Punchliner Comedy Club. Give you a reference, there's the Carnival plaque that we saw, the Jubilee, and that is your piano bar. So here's your Punchliner. Carnival is known for their comedians, if you didn't know. So a really nice space in here. It seems like every seat's got a decent view. All right. So there's your Punchliner Comedy Club. That didn't seem to work. And here we go. We have now gone full circle. So you've seen all of your deck 6 so far. Let's go upstairs and show you deck 7. All right, till we see you again on another ship. Be safe. Hey there, Tallman Clan. As you can see behind us, we are now on deck 7. And so we are right here in the front with Jubilee Theater here. And then we're gonna see the rest of what's offered here between Grand Central and the rest of the areas. Pacific Restaurant, the second floor is in the back, okay? So let's move out from here. Just so you see, there's nothing there, it's just a wall. So wasn't skipping anything, just a wall. To the right, we're going to the right. Lisa's like, go right, go right. So the casino starts here. There's people still in there gambling, believe it or not. But let's go look at the theater first. And it is closed. There's a glass door right here. And you hit the little hand button and it doesn't want to let you in. So we showed you the theater from down below, so at least you were able to see it. Okay, so there's the stairs, elevators. This is right where we started. Same, oh, this side, the door's open. We're not supposed to be in there, so we don't want to get in trouble. So we will stay out of that one. All right, so the casino on the ship is huge. I was not expecting it to be occupied right now, but it is. This is the non-smoking side. The cashier's right behind us. Right, so you got slots all over the place here. We'll go down the other side later, but lots of slots. All right, and I have to speak quiet. You can hear all the music. We're not supposed to be videoing here. Here's all your tables. They have a set of tables on the other side. Remember, this is the non-smoking side. You can get to elevators through that door, but we're going to keep on going straight. There's a little additional annex here. Punchliner Comedy Club says, please use the other door. Was there a second story we missed there, Lisa?
I'm sorry, so what?
Was there a second story we missed?
And the casino? No.
No, in the punchliner.
Oh, punchline.
Right here. It's the Limelight Lounge, is what it is. So, it's a tough getting through here, guys. So, since the door's closed, we can't get there. There was a comedian posted up there, so I was like, oh, it's Punchliner, but there's a sign right there that says Limelight Lounge. Sorry, guys, I'm just not paying attention. So even though we want to stay to the right, good morning, we have to go to the left a little bit. We want to end up doubling back, okay? So here's your Alchemy Bar and your entrance to the Limelight. So let's go into the Limelight first. And I'm sure they're in here cleaning up. Yep. Still some people in here hanging out. That's where your DJ hangs out. There's your bar over there. But at nighttime they clear this all out because that's where the dancing goes on. And probably a lot of shenanigans at night in there. Just saying. All right, so again, there's your Alchemy Bar, which overlooks Dr. Inks down there, but you have a great view of the show that goes on those LED walls, okay? There's not a menu out for the Alchemy Bar, just it'll reopen at 2 p.m. So I can't tell you what drinks they make there because their menu is not out. So if they've changed anything from the other ships, we'll have to get a picture of that later and bring it to you. Oh, look at this. I didn't notice this in the other ship. They have a little thing. Just a second ago, it says showtime. So it'll tell you the next time that these walls come to life and do what they're going to do. So as we keep on moving forward, we're coming into Fahrenheit Steakhouse and the bar. It's just outside of the steakhouse. You can have some tables here. Little seating area here if you're waiting for your dinner, and that 3-story staircase that I showed you before. So let's go peek our nose into Fahrenheit. Here's the menu. All right. Looks like it normally does. I don't see anything Texas infused. Cowboy steak, prime rib, broiled filet, surf and turf, grilled lamb chops, chicken. Yep, nothing Texas infused in this restaurant. So it's obviously, as you can see, it's a little bit more exclusive restaurant. That is it for the seating. There's not a ton of seating in here. So if you're gonna wanna do something, eat dinner here in Fahrenheit, make sure you make your reservations early, right? So there's your Fahrenheit. Again, we're staying to the right, so we'll show you over there in a minute. So we'll go back all the way over to the right, which, as you can see, there's just a bathroom here. Okay, this is a dead end. Right? Obviously, you saw us walking. Stairs are here, elevators are here, so we are all the way in the back of the ship at these elevators right there. Right? So back to the right. We'll go in the second story of the Pacific restaurant. I believe the deck 7 part of the restaurant is for the more anytime dining type people. I can't be 100% sure. But yeah, it does seem a little bit darker up here than it does downstairs. Not sure why. Okay. So there is your second story Pacific restaurant. Good morning. Merry Christmas. All right, so let's backtrack. Your Park West. So for all the art enthusiasts, there's the door to get in. It's just the office. They have the auctions inside the limelight. Excuse me. So we're gonna go back through the Alchemy Bar and show you what we missed on this side. I think the decor of the ship is just as elegant as the Celebration. Obviously, it has a different feel to it. Each of their ships change slightly, right? But still fairly elegant. Bathrooms over there. We're passing the mid-ship stairs. There's your port side liquor and tobacco. All things alcohol and tobacco are in there. Your island traders. You forgot your sunglasses. We want a different kind of watch. There's some watches in there, backpacks for kids, different things. Some swim shorts. What? Yeah, slight ramp. It's all right. So there's a side entrance to the casino or exit, but we're also here at the center stage over here in Grand Central. And so you can see I remember this also being very tight in the Celebration, so it feels much wider. So I guess, again, being able to pull more people in here. They did have this seating section on the other ship. Here's your control booth. Remember, the casino's to the left, but we already walked through all of that. Okay? There's some stairs there that go downstairs, and there's also a door into the casino there. So here's a bar that overlooks center stage at this cool, I don't even know what to call that. But here's that upper deck that I was showing you, that this was not on the Celebration at all. Obviously, it was something they added after the fact when they started getting feedback from all of us passengers that seating is horrible. They fabricated this. This was not in the original plans, but there you go. They're reacting to the Grand View Bar. Thank you, Lisa. Continuing on, staying to the right. Here is the smoking side of the casino. So again, I'm going to be a little bit quiet and just walk through. Okay. And there are tables over here as well. And there you go. We're back to where we started, at the Jubilee Theater. So hopefully you enjoyed your Deck 7. Until we see you again on the next ship or the next deck, be safe. All right, there you have it all, your Deck 6 and Deck 7. One post note here, if you will. I believe the disembarking and embarking is Deck 6, like I talked in the video. I will confirm. There's 1% of me, I just feel wrong, and I don't know why. We're going to confirm that for you. And so, so we hopefully you saw what you were looking for in there. And each day that follows with the streams will bring you more content, more decks, right, until we cover the whole ship top to bottom. To answer many of the questions I saw pop in, it was between 3:45 and 4:30 a.m. when we did that video. And it's about the time we normally will video passenger cabins. But since we've been at sea 2 days, it is too hard to get you the views that you want to see when everybody's on the ship. And so we get up in the middle of the night and we walk the ship. I'll be honest, we've done that many times. We have never seen so many people still up at 4:30 in the morning. Thank you. Yeah, applause, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you for the likes. And I know we said it at the beginning, but there's a lot of you that are just joining us. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes.
I hope that you had a great day with your family and your friends. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts with you spending time with us tonight. We really do. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into some Q&A. All right, we'll bring back aft cam for a couple minutes. If you didn't know, that is a live camera looking out the back of Deck 16. We're on Deck 17 right now. That is literally right behind us. And so we wanted to bring you those views. So we're going to answer some of the comments from yesterday that were in the video's comment section after we did, and then we'll answer the questions that you're giving us live. So, is there a hot rocks table in the sauna? This is for Granny Valve. Yes, but we couldn't show it to you because there's people in there, so we can't video that for you. But there is a hot rocks table. Does the spa have a mud lounge? No, the spa does not have the mud lounge. Okay. Again, we covered. I think it's Deck 6. I'm going to confirm. I don't know why. I just feel that's not. Somebody also asked about Loft 9 pricing. Okay. Loft 9 essentially is for XL suites and the presidential suite only. That is how you get access up there. You have to be booked in an XL suite or the presidential suite. However, there's a loophole. Up there are some cabanas that you can rent. Just like when we were on Royal Caribbean, they rented the cabanas. You can rent cabanas here on the Carnival Jubilee up in that Loft 19 area. So you know the pricing. If you want to rent that cabana during a shore day, like a port day, it is $250. $250. Okay? If you want to rent it on a sea day, like yesterday and today, that's $500. And if you want access the entire time and it be your personal cabana for the entire cruise, it's going to be about $2,000. Okay? So that is the only way to get yourself into the Loft 19 area. All right? So let's see here. We talked about that. The embarkation, debarkation. Okay? No, geez, you just...
I did. I touched the screen.
Stop touching the screen.
Just went crazy.
Somebody was asking Brenda where the smoking areas are. They are on Deck 17, almost right where we are right now. Back of the ship, right? That's where one of them is. The casino, you can smoke in there, as well as outside by the pizza area on Deck 8. So if you're by Coastal Slice, there's a door, it lets you out. We're going to walk the outside of Deck 8 tomorrow. We will point that out. When we do the Deck 17 tour, we will point it out. But generally speaking, Deck 17 aft, the casino, and Deck 18 sort of midship. Okay?
8.
Deck 8. Did I say 18?
You said 18.
Deck 8. It's the
Cow.
hat's too tight. It's too tight. It's the mad cow. Okay. What are the muster stations for B8 and C7? Coin Hobo was asking. B8 is in Chibang. And the Havana bar is where C7 is.
No, Chibang and Havana Bar is B8.
Oh, they split the both?
Yeah.
Okay, so my bad. All right, and then C7 is in the casino.
Yes.
Okay, so one more time, B8 is either Chibang or Havana, and C7 is the casino deck, in the casino, deck 7, right? The Ocean Suites have service once or more a day, one time a day. Can you purchase the soda with your sign and sale card if you don't want to purchase a drink? For Carol was asking this question. 21 cents per ounce.
Yes, you can scan your card and fill up your cup, and the charge is 21 cents per ounce.
So if you go up to one of those self-serve things, swipe your card, 21 cents for every ounce?
Yes.
I never knew that.
Yes.
There's something else that we never knew. I'll tell you right now before I forget. If you are in a traditional seating dining here on this ship, either your 5:30 or your 7:30, whatever the times are.
You have a set time.
If you have a set dining time, in other words, you're not doing any time, it is a set time. You cannot make reservations for Chibang or Cucina until 7:45 or later. Okay? I want to make sure I say that again. If you have a traditional seating time, either first seating or second seating, the only platinum in your cabin, those people can move about and do the same things you can do. Hopefully that makes sense. If that wasn't exactly the question you were asking and you're live with us, put it in the chat. If you're watching the replay, leave sort of an additional comment so we know exactly what you're looking for, okay? Tailgate party for Jason. Customer service doesn't know anything about a tailgate party. Doesn't mean there isn't one, but they pretty much are all knowing about everything that's on the ship. So they'd never heard of it. So I guess no tailgate.
And this was on the comments for today.
Right, so let's get to some of the comments today. One of them was the DJs who are on board. We have DJ Rasta and DJ 11. Well, let's get to some of the comments today. One of them was the DJs who are on board. We have DJ Rasta and DJ 11. Okay, DJ Rasta and DJ 11. So let's scroll back. Again, welcome everybody to the stream. Kev, 17 Kitty, Little One-on-One, Macrina, Carolata, Marine, Chris, Kev again, just Francis. We're live in the middle of the ocean. If we go away, it's a buffer. Don't you guys go anywhere. It'll come right back. Okay.
Cassidy.
Yeah, Cassidy, Lori, all you guys. Thank you so much, Marcus. John, Coin Hobo, Trav. Welcome to the show, Catherine P. We appreciate you all. Especially Ron Morris, thank you so much. All the new subscribers, there's been a lot of you come in the last few days, okay?
Yes.
So let's get to some of your questions for those who are sitting with us now. Good evening. Yes, as you can see, Macrina, we have taken it on the road, or at least on the ocean. Well, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Yes. Merry Christmas, Kev. Woohoo, Deck 17 life. Yep.
Yes.
Balcony cam. Yeah, love that view back there, right? Lost audio, I'm sure. Yeah, that's me. It's huge. It certainly is. Cassidy, when we do the walk around the outside of Deck 8, I'm going to point the camera up towards your cabin so you can see it. At this point, I am 99.999% sure your balcony is completely covered. Okay? But we're going to point the camera up to where we believe your balcony is so you can see it, okay? We'll probably be streaming that for tomorrow night, all right? No IMAX movies. If you're a little one-on-one, if you're talking about like that separate little theater, you can pay and go in and special movie. No, I don't think there's one on this ship. They got the huge screen out by the pool where they football and movies and all that stuff, okay? Lori, if possible, can you find out if they have a nutrition for meals? We've taken this note down. We will ask the maitre d' tomorrow for you in hopes and to find a correct answer. We do put menus up from the day, which we're going to do here in just a minute. And I took a quick glance and I didn't see any nutritional data on there other than some of them every once in a while will have calories, but it doesn't talk about carbs. And I know that's what you're worried about, okay? Blue velvet cake sounds good with some spiked coffee. Sounds like a good breakfast to me, man.
Maybe a little Irish cream. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus, we just answered your DJ questions.
Yep.
No tripping, buddy. No tripping. You don't want to go downstairs to the ship's doctor. No tripping.
No. That's not a good way to spend your vacation.
Yeah, that was a cool interactive map, Macrina. We liked it. We would have stood there longer, but we had the camera rolling. We've gone back by it once, and I couldn't pick. It wouldn't let me touch our own ship. It just wouldn't do it. John. There you go, John. Merry Christmas, Cornobo. Hello,
Shipping
Trav.
grounds.
Trav. What time in the morning was the video walk around? Not many people out there. Yep, we covered all of that, right? We got out there, I think we started around 3:30 a.m.-ish, something like that. And we were out for about an hour, so we finished around 4:30-ish. And nobody up. And so
there were so many people walking around. It was crazy.
It doesn't seem, obviously the ship's got 6,200 people on it. During the day, if we tried a video, I already explained, it'd be too rough. But since we do this all the time, to see that many people, was like, what's going on? Are our clocks off? The temperature. So, Trav, let's give you an update. We left the Galveston. It was a bit cool.
Yes.
An hour pulling out of port, it started raining, and it basically rained the rest of the night and most of the day yesterday. It was very cool. The temperature started warming up. Today, the sun was out. The temperatures have gone up. It is beautiful. I'm wearing long sleeve right now, and I got to tell you, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Okay? It's probably in the mid 80s and high humidity. Definitely good swimming weather.
Yes, without a doubt.
Also, just after noon time, noon 1 o'clock, the winds have finally died down. It is basically calm out here right now, which is why we're able to be out here on deck 17 with you guys, because it's very calm.
Yeah,
okay?
It's beautiful out, for sure.
Nobody up, all closed except the casino. You got that right, Ron. Man.
And there were a lot of people playing slots, too.
Yeah,
I was
the
amazed.
tables were closed, but the slots were still open.
Yeah.
I heard somebody, muttering as we were walking about they were closing the casino, so maybe it closed at 4, and they kicked everybody out. I don't know. At some time they gotta, kick everybody out and do what they gotta do. Okay, Patricia, hey hon, the ship is giving you a big local mall vibe. I feel like H&M is gonna pop out around the corner. Yeah.
It's funny. That's the way
Here it's
I felt.
Hipfish. It's HF.
That's the way I felt on the Symphony of the Seas. It felt like a big mall to me.
Yeah. Jennifer, hello. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Hello. Welcome to the show. Carlotta, smoking casino looks smaller than the non-smoking. I don't think it really is. It may be. The casino literally is full width of the ship, and it's a fairly big casino as ship casinos go. And so it may have been a little bit smaller, but I wasn't catching that it was. So maybe we'll just walk through again just during the day when everybody's doing their thing and
pay a little
try
bit more
to
attention.
Figure that out for you. Can't wait to see deck 17. Yeah, that's coming. That's coming.
Absolutely.
How was the dinner service tonight? We're going to talk about that in a minute. How are everyone liking the Havana bar in the pool area? So we haven't been in the Havana bar just for the Havana bar. But we've walked by there multiple times, and in the evening it is banging in there, right? They've got the little salsa band in there playing, and people are having a great time. And so as far as the pool areas go, when we've come up here, everybody... Today, again, early, it was quiet because it was still a bit windy, and the temperatures hadn't come up enough that the wind was it's just cool. But, by noon, 1 o'clock, it was like, okay, we're down in the Caribbean now. And so, yeah. Hi, Alyssa. Welcome to the show. Blake, are you there? I don't know if Blake's there or not.
Blake and Tyler, hello. And Alyssa.
Is it better to do anytime dining instead of set dining? This will be my second cruise. Look, we've always had my time dining. I don't know why we have a traditional seating this time. We just went with the flow with it. I think maybe our guy, Chris, just set it up that way. We have got a travel agent. His name's Chris. But normally it's anytime. We prefer anytime for two reasons. One, mostly because of you guys, because of setting up stream times. Anytime dining, we can get in, we can get out. We can go whenever. Whereas your traditional seating, you got to be there, you got to be there, you got to be there. And so we prefer anytime dining for our cruise style. It's hard for me to tell you if it's better or not. We prefer it. For those who are watching who have been on many cruises before, why don't you put in the chat how you dine? Do you do anytime, or you do? You can put TS for traditional seating. Let us know. Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from you.
Cindy, first time subscriber here. Love watching your videos from the Jubilee. Oh, thank you so much, Cindy.
Thank you.
Right,
Cindy.
you get an applause,
Yay.
right? Welcome to the Tall Man Clan. All right.
Absolutely.
Cassidy, covered balcony on 9311. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Yep. We already talked about that. We're going to cover it in the walk. The internet is pretty decent. May I ask what plan you are using? We're using the premium. Okay. Because we're streaming, so we need the fastest bandwidth they will give us. If you just want to check mail or stay connected through, to chat with someone, the lower plan would be just fine. But for us to stream to you, we had to take the premium package, and it cost a little bit more. Okay. I didn't get the answer there. It was a pause. Can you say it again? What answer are you talking about, Tanya? What were we talking about? Because we're talked about so much. Let me know and we'll repeat it. Internet and phone service. Do you know if these services can be purchased from your carrier instead of buying from Carnival? Okay, Coin Hobo. Your phone is not going to work in the middle of the ocean. It's not going to connect to anything your cell phone provider can do. The reason is your cell phone provider has towers about every 6 to 10 miles apart from one another on the ground. And so when you're driving, walking, whatever it is you're doing, you're getting bounced from tower to tower. That's how you get signal. The reason why we're able to stream is the ship is using satellite, happens to be Starlink, and we're able to beam up through the satellite. Right? So you're not going to be able to get internet or any sort of phone, anything, while you're on the ship in the middle of the ocean, unless you're taking the package, if you will, from the ship. Now, the asterisk. When you pull into a port, turn your phone on, you'll have cell service outside the ship. Like we're going to go to the Roatan and Costa Maya and Cozumel. Your phone will work. All right? The only thing that you just got to turn it on. And most plans will cover, like for me, we have AT&T. And if I turn my phone on and something happens, it's $10 a day. And I can call as much as I want. That's through AT&T when I'm in Cozumel or Costa Maya or whatever. Okay? What you do have to be careful of, the minute you turn your phone on, it is going to adjust to local time, which 95% of the time is not going to be ship's time. The ship will leave you if you're late. I'm sure you all have watched those videos of those poor people running down the dock trying to catch the ship. People put those out weekly, it seems like now. Okay? So if you turn your phone on when you're in a port, make sure your watch is set to ship time so you don't look at your phone and go, oh, we got an extra 2 hours when you have one or none. Okay?
Yeah.
Very, very, very important. Hopefully that answered your question and gave you a little extra on top of that. Okay? Tyler's here. Is Blake sleeping? Okay. Alyssa is actually our daughter, and Blake is our grandson. We've talked about Blake before. When we were on the celebration in April, we had Blake on one of the streams with us because they were all on the ship with us. Did he actually get on the stream with us when we were on the Mariner of the Seas? I don't think he did.
I don't believe he did.
We were all together on the Mariner
I
of the
don't
Seas.
believe he did. And Tyler, of course, is our son-in-law. So
Hello,
Tyler.
Embark Nation. Didn't we talk to you a second ago? I don't know. Are you signed on twice now? You're messing with us. Jennifer from Embark Nation. Maybe that was Jennifer, and then is this your husband sitting next to you on his phone?
Embarkation Nation.
Well, that happened to us on the last cruise. The husband and wife were literally sitting side by side on their own phones with different screen names, and we didn't. And it was quite comical. Anyway, hello, new to your channel, love the content. We'll be on Jubilee in just a few days. Yes, you're gonna have a blast. Really.
Yes, yeah, you will.
Yep. Late dining for Cassidy. Always anytime for Coin Hobo. You booked a Havana cabin early this year before the prices doubled. Very excited to sail on her soon. Yeah, Catherine, if you missed our show yesterday, we have a Havana balcony, a Havana inside cabin, and the Havana cabana, which is the corner suite. We showed you all those cabins. So if you want to see which cabin looks like, the video from yesterday will show you. Anytime for John. Love the anytime for Lori. You can go anywhere with Anytime Dining. That's what I like. Found your channel during the search, so you subscribe. Thank you so much, Catherine. We love that.
Welcome to
Anytime
the
for Ann Narcissus?
Narcisse?
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 And Narcisse. Forgive us if we butcher your name. We're so sorry.
Yeah.
Really?
We're really good at butchering
Yeah.
names.
Actually, we're
Apologize.
usually pretty good, actually. Narcisse? I think it's Narcisse. Yep. The Platinum Perks and other not being... Tanya. Yeah, so, okay. Let's try to address this one-on-one. So, my wife and I are both Platinums. We're in a cabin. And because we're Platinums, we get to do some laundry for free. I get 2 bags of free laundry. She gets 2 bags of free laundry because she is a Platinum. So in this case, if you're the Platinum and you have 2 other people or 3 other people or 1 other person in your cabin who's not a Platinum, they're not also going to get 2 bags. Hopefully that makes sense. If you go to the Pixel desk and you want to get your Platinum gift, they are not going to get a Platinum gift because they're not Platinums. If you're going on a shore excursion, they will be able to go with you because they're part of your group. Does that make sense? Same thing with getting on and getting off. Because you're a Platinum, that perk would automatically go because they're in your cabin. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out, Tanya. Okay? I heard you did a cabin crawl. What's the title of that video? So excited for the Jubilee since Galveston is my home port.
Yay.
Awesome. Always prefer my time dining as well. Literally, it was the one last night. So the 24th of December. It's entitled Carnival Jubilee Live Cabin Crawl Tall Man Style. It was just yesterday. Okay? You'll see it. The thumbnail just says Carnival Jubilee 14 plus cabins or something like that.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's what it says. 14 plus
cabins.
Yeah.
All right? You heard the Jubilee has 5G data ship wide. Okay, so if you're referring to phone service, they haven't turned it on yet. I don't think it's working. Okay, because I've tried calling and it doesn't work. But it's coming. One of the things Starlink is doing, and the ships are going to get it, and so is everybody on land, you're actually, if you have Starlink, you're going to actually be able to use it also as a cell carrier to dial from your phone. The 5G is not working yet. It'll be next year, at the very beginning of the year. Really, probably within a few weeks. But it is not up in the 5G phone, if you will, part of it. It's not working yet. Okay? Text boy. Wendy, you've done both. I do like assigned dining because you get to meet and make friends with people in the tables next to you. You can do that. If you didn't know, Wendy, if you're doing Anytime, you can request to sit at a larger table. You don't have to sit by yourself doing Anytime, right? So you can do that as well with the Anytime dining. What's real fun about that is most nights you'll end up with a different set of people. And so you get to meet a lot of different people through your cruise, okay? Thea Atkins, Merry Christmas to you too. Did you mention which deck is used for the embarkation and debarkation? Yes, I did it in the video, the Deck 6 video. I believe it is the Deck 6 for embarkation and debarkation when you're in Galveston. I will 100% confirm because there's just 1% in the back of my brain that tells me I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure it was, it's Deck 6, okay? Trav, do you know what time the water park closes? No.
I think
We
I
will
might
ask.
be able to find out.
If not, we will find out. You
Go on
scroll.
and you go on and I'm going to look.
Okay, she's gonna look.
I'm
Funny thing was, when we were setting up for the stream, I could have swore I heard the bell of the bucket about to dip. Speaking of which, weather-wise, since we've had such inclement weather, the ropes course, bolt, it hadn't been working since we left port. Because it was pretty bad, man. The winds were blowing about 50 knots. Thunder and lightning, and yeah, it's been a mess.
Fitness center, towel station,
Tides pool says 8 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Which did they say?
That's
which
the Tides pool. Y'all are looking at the Tides pool. It's currently now open.
Water park.
Open to midnight. Beach pool 10 p.m. Serenity pool 9 p.m. The Serenity Whirlpool's 9 p.m. Patio Whirlpool's 10 p.m. Patio pool 10 p.m. Havana pool 10 p.m. Carnival Water Park 9 a.m. to sunset. So there you go. So Trav, it closes at sunset. That's a moving target, bro. So they just put sunset. Okay. Also, you can turn that off It's in the setting on your phone. Yeah, you can. Yep. Mr. Cruise Fever. Hey, Merry Christmas, Mr. Cruise Fever. Good to see you live. Vaden, we're going to be in cabin 15386. Can you tell if the balcony is covered? Look, guys, unless you're an aft balcony, like an aft or a forward, your balconies are going to be covered because there's somebody above you. Again, I'm 99.99% sure on all of that. We're going to completely know this when we go and walk the outside of deck 8 tomorrow during the day, because I'm going to be able to look up and see all the cabins, every single one of them. Okay, but we are pretty sure that all cabins, except again, forward balcony cabins, extended balconies, and aft, those would not be covered because the boat's slanted, right? And so the people above you could see in. But normally the cabins are like this, right? So they're covered. Hopefully that makes sense. But we'll pan the camera up so you all can see tomorrow night, okay? We promise. We promise. Yep, saw it, loved it. Awesome. Oh, with the casino, free drinks perks. How often can you get a free drink, and is there a limit?
I don't believe there is.
We'll ask.
I will verify, but I'm about 99% sure that
We'll
as
confirm.
long as you're gambling down there, they're handing you drinks.
So, but here's the thing. Whether you have the drink package or not, okay, forget the drink package. Every time you get a drink, you swipe a card. Again, package or not. The system registers you have purchased a drink, okay, free or not. This ship has a limit of 15 drinks per person per day. So, she's going to take a note. We will go ask the casino people directly. But I can't see why the rules in the casino would be any different from the rules outside of the casino. The only difference is it's a free perk, right? The drinks are free. But they still scan your card every time, if I remember correctly, which would register you getting one of your 15 allotted drinks. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay? Yep, saw it. Love it. Jennifer. Yeah, husband and wife next to each other.
I love that.
That's happened to us twice now. That's great. All right, Jennifer. I told him to hop on because we are enjoying your content. Thank you so much. No, it's not confusing, but I was like, wait a minute. It's the mad cow. It just happens sometimes. That's what you were wondering. That's what I'm wondering, text boy. All right, so y'all are talking to one another, okay? Did we answer the question? I think so, right? So once the 5G kicks in, you'll be able to actually make and receive calls because it'll be just like you're at home. But until that kicks in, no. 5G is what I read in the communication news is when you were on the ship they offered from the carrier. Again, once it's up and running, that will be something that we have to learn about. Until it's fully functional, details are sketchy. We'll ask. Go ask customer service about the 5G service. Maybe they've already received some deeper information. And forgive me, y'all, I got to take this hat off. I am literally sweating out here. Talking about, wow. Whew, it is hot out here. Thea, you're welcome. Travis, you're welcome. I'm still laughing about my interior spa room. It is sticking out like a funny thumb. Yeah. This is so helpful, so I won't get lost on the ship. Yeah, in fact, it's going to take some time. I will probably do them first, but we also walk all the passenger cabin decks, right? And I'm holding the camera like this, and I'm pointing like this, 502, 503, 504, 506, and then I point out where the ironing rooms are, where service doors are, but most importantly, where the elevators and stairs are. So for those who have mobility challenges, you know exactly how far it is to get from where you are to where you need to go, okay? But those videos I put out take a little bit of time to edit, and we just don't have time on the ship to do that. I will try to get those out first when I get back because this is a brand new ship and I know a lot of people want to know, okay? Cheers is the way to go. Woohoo! I'm going to be trying G to walk straight. I think the 15 limit is for alcoholic drinks. That is correct. That's alcohol only. You can get as many sodas as you want. But I don't think they were talking about getting a Pepsi in the casino. I assumed, and I hate assuming, but I was assuming they were talking about an alcoholic beverage of some kind. Cassidy, I believe it was every 5 to 10 minutes when I had the perk with my husband. Yeah, thank you, Alyssa. They're correct. But it is 5 minutes. One drink at a time with your card. but you can only get one at a time, and you have to wait 5 minutes before you can go get another one. Which, whatever. When we were on the Symphony of the Seas, you can get 2 at a time there. 2. I don't know, whatever.
2 drinks and drink them and come back for more.
So there you go, Lori. Unlimited sodas, whatever, fruit juices, whatever you want, unlimited. But alcohol is limited. Yeah, 15 limit, period. I don't care where you are. Yep. Oh, again, thank you. We'll give applause for the thumbs up. Yeah, if y'all are just joining us and you haven't done it yet, thumbs up. There's 40 of you on here and there's only 27 thumbs there. What's wrong with you? We're kidding. But look, it costs you nothing, right? It's free. Thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. As a lot of you newbies have found out, we come to you live every single night here from the ship, each day showing you a different part of the ship. So by the time we're done after the 7 days, you will have seen everything that we can possibly show you, front to back, top to bottom, left to right. Port to starboard.
Stern to aft to stern.
Stern to aft, I know. I'm sorry, nautical terms. Big question. Okay, Mr. Cruise Fever. When I turn platinum, when I do VIP parties and my parents are gold, are they allowed to come to the FIVP party?
If they are in the same cabin.
You know, I think that technically is probably a no. Let's ask. Let's write that down.
We will clarify.
Because again, it's more of, I think, for the inclusion of everybody is a boarding, a getting on and getting off the ship kind of a thing, right? Because you're coming on as a group and you're leaving as a group. So your platinum status helps with that. If it's a party and they're checking cards, I don't know. We'll ask. We'll let you know tomorrow, Mr. Cruise Fever. It's a good question. And in Galveston, free starts when casino opens on my last couple. Yeah, as long as you have that perk. Sometimes for people who don't have it as a pre-perk, if you will, when you start gambling, once you hit a certain point level, the free drinks kick in. I just don't know what the point level is. Is there a couple of specialty restaurants that will still be free for your cruise in late January for that? I normally, yeah, Chibang and Cucina de Capitano. Sorry, those are normally upscale pay restaurants. They will be free here on the Jubilee for at least the first 6 months. So you can go to those anytime you want, as long as you're not traditional seating. If you're traditional seating, then you can go, but after 7:45 p.m. Have the elevators been a pain on the ship as to try to get in one? Yes, they have. Look, there's 62 plus 100 people on this ship right now. It's rough. During the day, most times it's a 2 elevator wait, right? You hit the button, one elevator pops up, it's full, they go away, push the button again, second elevator, you can get on. They've got 3 elevator banks. People are spread out. I will say, unlike the Symphony of the Seas that we just got off of, it doesn't seem like there's 6,200 people during the day because everybody's spread out doing their thing, except for when it comes to the elevators. It's not the worst we've ever seen, but and they're small. That's the problem. The elevators are tiny. Agreed. It says it holds 17 people.
You're lucky to get
they
10.
Lie.
Yeah.
They could put 17 kids in there, the age 7 and under. That is it. Adult humans, 10, and y'all are like this. Okay?
That's true.
That is part of the problem is the elevators are tiny.
Yeah.
Okay? Anyway, but they've all been functioning pretty good.
They have. Yeah. There have been no mechanical issues that I've noticed.
Normally on the inaugurals, half the elevators break down half the time.
With the exception of one of them, the lights, the up and down arrows do not light up and it does not ding. So you got to watch.
There's a few of those.
There's a couple.
There's a few of them.
The doors will open and you have no idea because you're at the other side. So.
Or it went ding, but the arrow still didn't light up, so you can't see.
Where it is.
I heard a ding. Where am I hearing things again? Huh? Anyway, Platinum and Diamond are allowed to take 1 guest. There you go, Macrina. Macrina to the rescue. 1
Macrina,
guest.
you are awesome.
Point Hobo. Can you get I'm assuming a non-alcoholic, and drink that at the same time, like water in a glass of wine?
I have been told yes. I have not tried that. But
Yeah.
I have been told, yes, you can get a bottle of water with your
An alcohol,
alcoholic
yeah.
beverage.
I'm going to go with yes. Mr. Cruise Fever, you are so welcome. Vaden, you're welcome as well. Sneak in, everybody does it. That's right, Coinova. Just walk by.
Yeah, walk by like you know what you're
Yeah.
doing.
I belong here. I'm entitled. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. 2,900 square feet. Yes,
That's
I know,
another
Macrina.
show.
I know. If you're priority boarding with handicapped, does whole group go on with handicapped person? I do believe they allow that, yes.
From what I have observed, yes.
So again, that's sort of like the platinum thing, right? It's a group. You're all together. And what I mean by that, again, if it's 27 cabins, the answer is going to be no. But if it's 3 people in a cabin, yes, you're all going to go together. Okay? Great tour. I see what you mean about limited space between some of the seats in the main dining room. Yeah, my daughter and I are big bottoms. No, you're fluffy. We call fluffy. We were sitting with some fluffy people yesterday, and they would have the same comment. They were like, man, especially in the bathrooms and the cabins.
Oh, yeah.
If you go back again,
Yes.
watch the cabin thing from yesterday. There's plenty of leg room for the tall people. The showers are nice and big space, but left and right space, it's a little tight. So for the fluffy people in the world, it's going to be a little tight in the bathrooms. Okay. Anyway, my daughter and I are big bottom girls, and usually contact John Hill to request appropriate seating. Yeah, give John a call. He helps everybody out.
Yeah, he
Shebang and
does.
Cucina are free for most of inaugural year. Lori, we spoke to customer service yesterday. It is only guaranteed for 6 months. After that, they actually do not know if it will continue to be free. 6 months for sure. After that is unknown. Okay? 1,500 points on a 7-day cruise is when free drinks in the casino kick in. There you go, Matt. Thank you very much. Here's another text boy, 1,500 points. There you go. You can get more people in a Volkswagen.
You might be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's tight, y'all. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The elevators are kind of small,
Yeah,
and
they are.
some of it too. We've been on a bunch of ships back to back to back to back to back. They've all had bigger elevators than this, but of course the last one we were on was the Symphony. They had really big elevators, 24 of them, and the elevators still sucked. Of course, there was like 7,000 people on that ship. Anyway, we carry our own couple 12-pack of soda on board. Yeah, Mr. Cruise Fever, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
You're allowed a 12-pack. You can bring in a case of water or 1 bottle of wine per person in the cabin. Adult person, not your kids. Doesn't count.
And you can also bring in a 12-pack from your excursion. So if you get off the ship in a port, you can also bring a 12-pack in then of soda.
Yes. I don't believe mocktails and zero alcohol beer counts as one of the 15 because it's non-alcoholic. We can find out. There's a bunch of you in here that already know some things. You might be able to answer that question, but I'll be right back. Lisa's going to talk to you for just a second.
Oh, I was going to take a note, but I guess I'm not. I guess I'm going to go through some comments here. All right, so let's see. You carry your own 12 packs and do mocktails. Okay, that is what I was going to take a note on. And it looks like that's the last comment. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Do appreciate you there. Well, that was very quick.
It
You
was.
weren't kidding, were
It
you?
was. I just
So that was
had to go
actually the
there.
last comment about the mocktails.
the mocktails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Everybody have a drink. Whatever your favorite drink is right now, have a drink. It's Christmas.
It is. Yes. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh. Okay.
All right.
Elevators are the reason why I mainly use the stairs.
But you know, you got to walk off all those extra desserts.
That's what he just said. You walk off all the buffet, right?
Right.
Have we heard about the guest that had their luggage lost? Do you know what happened? Might have happened. So, no is the short answer to that. We've heard none of that. Again, there's 6,200 people, and unless I happen to be sitting next to the person with the lost luggage problem, the ship's crew are not going to broadcast that to people. They're just not. I have dealt with a situation, not personally. We were over on, was it the Venezia? There was one ship we flew to Europe.
I believe it was Venezia.
And we were walking, doing our tour, like you saw tonight, and this lady stopped me. And she's like, are you live? And we're like, no, but this recording will go live. And she's like, you got to help me. They stole our luggage. And anyway, this person approached me, and I learned the whole situation. On that ship, they ended up getting their luggage the next day, which was the next port. They had it forwarded, but that was a whole different story. I can ask around, but again, customer service is just not going to give us that information because it's personal information, and so they wouldn't provide that. But I can, poke around to some other guests and see if anybody knows. Typically, the cruise line will give you a few things to help, right? A couple shirts, shorts, toiletries, things like that. It showed up, you dropped it on their cart, and it disappeared after that. All right, we're here, guys. Don't go anywhere. It'll be buffering for a minute. We are still here, right?
Welcome back.
Please let us know, yes, when you're hearing us again. All right? Are we here? You're all getting us now? I told you, there could be some buffering, right? But we're able to literally reconnect, usually within just a couple of seconds. What happens is I get a notification that it's lost. You're gone. I'm like, oh, no. And it says, do you want to continue? And I just says yes, and then it allows me to reconnect. So hopefully you are back hearing us again, right? We all here? Cassidy, Lori, Tanya, you all still there? 42 people, yep. All right, I'm going to assume you're all there, so let's just keep on going. All right. They've been asking on Facebook a lot. How was the main dining? Did you happen? They've been asking on Facebook a lot. We'll try to peek in and see what we can find. Okay. How was the main dining room holiday menu? Macrina, we're going to show you the menu. We talked about it, and we're going to talk about the meals. First meal at Kachina and Shebang are still free on Mardi Gras and Celebration. First, interesting. Okay, so you get to eat there once for free. Okay. Here it's 6 months, and then I'm sure that may kick in. Who knows? Were the lines at Galveston very long for people getting on with birth certificates, licenses, and not passports? We had an early boarding time, and because we do what we do with and for you guys on YouTube, we got there around 9:30 in the morning to do some video. When we got there, there was one of the longest lines for getting on a cruise ship I've ever seen. And so
it was long.
So she immediately went to get in the line, right? And then I went around and did a little bit of filming, okay? As soon as we got through the door, which was pretty quick because, again, with the Platinum, there was a separate little line. We were in. They checked our stuff. They said we had a problem, that we had to go to customer service, okay? But there was a lot of Carnival reps checking people in.
Yes.
And so I would have to say, if you're coming with a passport, it wasn't a horrible process. Now, again, we were there early. What was it like at noon? I don't know. We were already on the ship, okay? But they seem to have enough people there that it still would have been a fairly smooth process if you don't have a passport. Okay, because generally the process is when you get up to the Carnival people, you hand them your passport and they scan it because you've input the information during your pre-cruise registration stuff. If that is not in there, they then send you to the customer service line. When we had to go to customer service, there was no line. We literally walked right up to an agent. So it's hard for me to really tell you whether or not the lines were long after that. Okay.
But they definitely did have a lot of staff to help out with that. When we went there, were several people just standing there waiting to be able to help somebody.
Thank you, Texas boy.
Going
in and out. Yeah, look, we're in the middle of the ocean. The fact that we can try this at all is amazing. But I know it can be frustrating. It is for us, so we just roll with it. Thank you, Tanya. Yes, yes, yes. All right, Macrina, you've waited long enough. So we're going to drop the balcony cam. We're going to go to menu time. So here is the Christmas menu, okay? So
First page.
There's 5 pages, guys. If it's too small, let me know and I will blow it up and move it around the screen so you can see it better, okay? But there was baked brie, which Lisa had.
It was very good, very good. They had cranberries on top, and it was served with like a garlic bread. It was really good, really good.
I had turkey. She had ham. Neither of us tried the cauliflower and cheese pie, and I had the eggnog cheesecake. The presentation of the honey glazed ham, it was fantastic, and
Yeah.
it
was
tasted
good.
great too.
It was really
It was good.
Yeah.
My turkey, a little dry, but it's okay. Could use just a little more gravy. However, we were trying to analyze what was on my plate versus what they said in the menu. And I don't know if you ever pay attention to that stuff when you're in the main dining room, that here's a list of funny looking things in the menu. You look down at your plate and you're like, is that what that is or whatever? So I ate everything that was on my plate, but I think I had, I don't think I had sweet potatoes. I think it was squash. So
it
definitely wasn't a casserole. That's for sure.
It was not a casserole. It was mashed. And so it could have gone either way. It could have been a potato. It could have been a squash. It was hard to tell. But then there was supposed to be giblet gravy. And nothing on that plate looked like giblet gravy my mom ever made.
No.
And then the stuffing, too. The stuffing with sage.
Yeah, it was, but it had raisins in it.
It
but
had raisins.
It was good. It was all good.
Yeah.
This isn't a complaint. We loved it. We had a great time. It was a good dinner. It just was, I don't think it's what was on the menu exactly. It was great. It was delicious. All right, so there was that menu. Let's get to the other one.
All right.
Number 2. There we go. All right, so the starters: deviled egg, shrimp cocktail, surf and turf, short ribs, and yam croquettes. Lobster and crab soup, which I had. It was more of a tomatoey base than a cream base, but it was delicious. Roasted pumpkin soup, BLT wedge. I had that. It was good. Caesar salad. We've had that before. You all know what Caesar salads
And we
are
both
like.
had the deviled eggs, and those were great.
Yeah, they were great.
well.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was presented well.
Yeah.
Okay. Grill entrees. Let's see if that comes up in the next one. Get up there. All right, entrees. Grilled black tiger jumbo shrimps, oven baked salmon, pappardelle pasta with mushroom sauce, flame grilled sirloin steak, ahi tuna, and a featured Indian vegetarian. So that was all served tonight in conjunction with the Christmas meal. Obviously, we already told you we didn't, what we had, so we didn't have any of that. But there's your menu. That, I'm assuming, would be the normal menu for a normal night that is not Christmas, right? So there you go. There's that one. On to 4. Come on. All right. So the top half are things that you can order and pay extra for. It's like $23 if you want, lobster tail and fillet. It's $23. If you want just a fillet, it's $23.
And those are every night.
But the regular classic, Lisa tried the bourbon pecan pie, and I told you I had the eggnog cheesecake. The interesting thing, this was also supposed to be eggnog cheesecake, but this looks absolutely nothing like what I had at dinner. Both were great.
Now, what he just showed you came from the Lido deck,
Buffet.
not from the dining room.
What?
I'm just laughing. And
I'm using a fork, for God's sakes.
I will say the pecan pie was not like my mom used to make. My mom used to make it with this really thick layer of sweet, sticky, gooey stuff and pecans on top. This was more like just tons of pecans with a little bit of sweet, gooey stuff. It was good, but it definitely...
In short, too many pecans.
Too many pecans.
It was like all crumbly. Pecans and very little to hold it together.
Yeah, it was very crumbly and kind of dry.
Yeah.
Flavor was good, but not quite what my mom made.
The bouche de Noël. Bouche de Noël.
That's what this is.
That's this thing right here. Y'all see it? I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to wait for you. Yep. See? There we go. Okay.
It's very chocolatey.
Yeah.
It's like a
That's
dark
very
chocolate.
rich.
It is very rich.
It is very good. That is going to be gone soon. But for now, I'm going to put it over here. And get a drink. Wow. Yeah, that is very, very rich.
I was
good,
surprised.
but very rich.
Yes.
Boucher de Noël. All right, so let's get to the 5th. What's the 5th one, Lisa?
I don't know.
It's the same thing.
Is
it's
it
desserts.
the same thing? Okay.
Okay, sorry, 4.
Right. So there's I just had the continuation of the fresh fruit plate and the cheeses and things like that.
There we go. So, service. Okay. So.
You think they watched our video last night?
our our waiters asked us about. They were okay. So we sit down, and obviously we have been. We've told you our experiences. We tell you how it is. Okay, these are not complaints. These are just experiences that we share with you, so you at least might prepare yourself for a similar outcome. If you're prepared, then you don't get mad. You just take it, have a good time, and just go with the flow. Okay, so we get in there tonight, and obviously the last 2 nights we never made it all the way through dinner. They took so long. We would not have. Y'all have been up here watching a black screen. Okay, so we had to leave before dessert, and last night we barely got our dinner in us before we had to leave. So
10 minutes we had with our food.
We show up tonight. We sit down. Both our main waiter and the assistant waiter come up to us immediately, like immediately. And
Miss Lisa, you would like iced tea, right? Mr. Robert, lemonade? Okay.
Yep. Boom, they were back with that in 60 seconds. And they're like, we're so sorry that you can get dessert. You leave so quickly. And I'm like, well, we're YouTubers. We have a YouTube channel and we're stream and, it's scheduled. We have to go. And it's been a little slow. He says, no problem. Made is the assistant. It's going to be great tonight. Sure enough, we were in and out of there. We were done within an hour.
Yeah.
So, now mind you, I actually never said anything to the maitre d' yet. I was going to today, or actually tomorrow after Christmas. It's going to let Christmas go through. But the head waiter, and her assistant recognized the stress level, and boom, they were on the money tonight.
And the head waiter came over to me when you were not at the table. She apologized profusely and said she felt, horrible that we were not able to have desserts the last couple of nights. And she was...
They know if you leave early. They just do. And so the fact that they sort of stepped it up a little bit.
They were on it tonight.
Very impressed.
They were on it. Absolutely. Kudos.
So, and they asked about our YouTube channel. So if they're watching last night's episode, they might be bad or mad. If they're watching this episode, bravo.
Yeah, give them a big thumbs up because they deserved it tonight.
Okay, big thumbs up. They did great tonight. Thank you.
Yes,
okay, back to questions. Yes, on and off. I'm assuming the staircase is on the ship. They tend to be erroneous and another cabin, and people aren't turning it over to the steward as lost quickly. Oh, the suitcase. Yeah, we actually sort of had that happen to us, not completely, but we went to get our luggage. We had one bag out. We're like, okay, where's the other bag? And it was like 18 doors down. We recognized it ourselves, and we grabbed it. On another cruise we're on, they gave us somebody else's luggage. We immediately handed it to the first person we could see. One would think the rest of the human being race would do that. It's not theirs, it's somebody else's. They need their clothes and their deodorant and their clean underwear, for Pete's sake, So I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, we'll poke around and ask and see what happens. Yeah, thank you all. See what happens, but I don't think we're going to get an answer from customer service. All right? Yes. It's yes, you're green and back full. Awesome. Yes. Thank you all. So yes. Check in with BC via passport is same. Yeah, the difference is getting off. That is correct. Yeah, so even in the other ports. So I don't know how it is in Houston. We're obviously going to find out. Lori, if you've cruised before and you want to shed some light for everybody else that's out there, that would be appreciative. In the rest of the ports we cruise out of, they now have the facial recognition process. And so when you're off the ship, you grab your bags, or if you walked off with your bags, you literally walk up to like this iPad looking thing, and it goes green if you're good, and then you're out the door on the street. It is that fast. Those are for people with passports. If you do not have a passport, if you're doing your birth certificate, you're going to be in a long line waiting once you get into the terminal to pass through customs. Okay? That has nothing to do with the ship. It's the customs on the back end. I just don't know if they do facial recognition in Galveston. I'm going to assume, but anybody knows if they do facial recognition in Galveston, leave it in the chat, okay? Cauliflower and cheese pie, right? I There's certain things in life that just shouldn't be.
I like cauliflower and I like cheese, and I would have tried it, but I wanted that ham.
It's like bacon flavored lemonade. What?
Yeah, well, I don't get that, but the cauliflower and cheese, I get that.
Do you ever take pictures of your plates? Tanya, actually, we take pictures of all of them. Every single one of them. But we haven't put them up here. And I don't know why we don't do that. We just haven't done that.
Yeah, we just haven't done that. But we might have to start. So that's your cheesecake.
So that's my eggnog. Here, hang on. Let me get back to full camera, guys. Right? There you go. So there's the cheesecake. Right? It was really good.
Just pan.
That was my turkey. Green beans. Some flat brownish looking like stuff. Have no idea what that was. The stuff on the far right, I think that was the stuffing. And the orange stuff, again, it said it was sweet potato casserole, but it's just, yeah, I don't think so. Come on.
That's from the night before.
Where's your?
Here.
Oh, right there. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There's Lisa's. There was the ham. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that presentation. Little baby carrots.
Those
big piece of
carrots
asparagus.
were amazing, by the way.
Pineapple. Said candied pineapple, but that wasn't candied pineapple. It was just grilled.
And then the spiced seasoned potatoes. Those were good too.
Yep.
They tasted better than they looked.
That was yesterday. That was the filet and ribs, short ribs.
Braised ribs, yeah.
Braised short ribs, mashed potatoes, green beans. Yep. So, yeah, we do actually take pictures of all of them. Keto. The table 558 waiter improve. Macrina, we just talked about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Yuck. Is lobster still free on Elegant Night? Trav, we haven't gotten there yet. That's usually the last Elegant Night. We will let you know, okay? It has been on every other ship we've been on with Carnival, so I'm going to assume it's the same. They're small, right? But still, it's better than nothing. But we'll find out. Can you still order as much as you want at dinner? No, they do limit. We haven't tried to push it. But we can try. You know, interestingly enough, we were just on the Symphony of the Seas. We'll use their dining as just an example. On the final night when they are having their lobster tails or whatever, it was per seat at the table.
Yes.
So our table had 6 seats. But on that night, there was just 3 of us there. 4 of us. No, 3 of us?
There was only 4 of us.
4 of us there. So there's 2 empty seats. So the waiter's like, I could bring you 2 more because there's 6 seats. So I don't know if they kind of have that strange little loophole here in the Carnival dining rooms. But
you might want to ask.
Yeah. So tonight I had 3 entrees. I had the deviled eggs, the soup, and the salad. They said nothing. I've done that every night.
But you know, they've never said anything about entrees. It's just, appetizers.
It's always. So tomorrow night I'll get an entree, she'll get an entree, and we'll get a third one and try to split it and see what they do. Fair enough?
Why not?
We'll test the system.
Yeah.
We're just crazy like that. Anyway, yes, 2 entrees are free. The third is more. Great. That means we got to order.
$5. Yeah, that's what I had heard was 2 entrees you can do, and then the third.
That means we have to order a total of 5.
Yeah.
2 for you, 2 for me, plus the extra.
Yeah.
Y'all trying to kill me?
I know.
Jeez, clothes are getting tight as it is, man. All these cruises. Food is so darn
Maybe we'll
good.
just ask.
Yeah, we'll ask and we'll see what the waiters know. Anyway,
there you go.
Yeah. No, $5 isn't bad.
No.
And it's a great way to try stuff, right? To broaden your horizons, as a foodie, if you will, right? So, because look, what do we eat when we're at home, right? It's for most people, it's a normal, same old or comfort foods, right? And we were talking about this at dinner. They don't serve those kind of things here. Everything's with a chocolat anglaise. What is that? I don't know. But, you can try stuff. Yes, on face record, not meant for free for that. Yes, facial recognition is in Galveston.
Woohoo!
Yes!
All right,
we
love
love
that.
the facial recognition.
Yes, it's so fast.
And that's what you were also saying, Coinobo, so thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Denise. Yes, Texas Boy. Kev, Just wondering, do you save all your towel animals until the end of your cruise? Actually, we do. There's 2 of them sitting down there now, and we've just I don't know. I don't know why we save them. Why do people say we can't take them with us? I guess we could take a big picture with them when they're all done, and lay them out on the bed or whatever. But yeah, we save them all.
But we have also had some cabin stewards that have taken them.
Yeah.
So
our guys been leaving them.
Our guys have been leaving them, so
Yep.
we just stack them up on the dresser.
Yep. Galveston facial, nice presentation on your dinner. Yeah, right, Tanya. Yeah. The ham. It was really good.
It was tender. It was juicy. It was tasty.
Yeah. She was the winner for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
The turkey dinner was not nearly as impressive as hers was. It was still good. Not a complaint. I'm just saying, if I got to compare the two, I'm going with a ham the next time. You should too. I like the entree pics. Yep, there you go, Macrina. We'll try to get them in if you want to see them.
Hey, maybe we should do a poll. Y'all want to see the entree pics?
Yeah.
Yes for entree pics. No for
menus and then entree pics. It's just we'll have to figure out more space.
Yeah.
If sailing with BC and license,
Birth certificate.
Right, and license, do you still take sail inside card off with you at ports of call? Okay, Cassidy. So we're going to give you a little tips and tricks. Okay. The reality is your driver's license and your sign and sail card, we've taken them off. They're in Lisa's purse. That will be all you should really need when you get off the ship. But here's the tip, if you will. Okay? Accidents happen. That's why they call them accidents. Okay? So let's say you're in a port and you unfortunately have some kind of accident. It could be as much as your shore excursion that you didn't book through the cruise line had a flat tire. I don't mean it's a physical accident that you're in the hospital, but if something is delaying you to get back to the ship and that ship leaves and you don't have your passport, you're screwed.
You can't come back into the country without a passport.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble. So, tip number 1. I know it sucks. I know it's going to cost a couple bucks, but it's best to get a passport. It really is if you're going to be traveling. It's just the safest way. Okay? If you're not going to do that, at the very least, I would take your birth certificate with you. Oddly enough, when we leave the ship, we take the birth certificates and the passports with us.
And make sure you use the cruise line's shore excursions.
Correct.
You don't want to book outside of the ships, the cruise line's excursions, because if something does happen, you are not covered. But if you book the cruise line's excursions and something happens, they will wait for you, or they will arrange for you to get back. They will wait for you. But yeah, you gotta make sure you've got your passport if you're in a foreign country.
Because
and something
you're done.
happens, how can you get back in? You're gonna have to, go to the embassy and
it's a mess. It really is. I mean,
mess.
and all of the cruise lines have port agents that would assist through the process, but it's going to be a long, painful process that you're going to miss the rest of the cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, so you should get a passport, but if not, at least get off with the birth certificate. Okay, that's your backup. And I just want to augment what she talked about the shore excursions. Okay, everything she said is 100% correct. The asterisk or side note to that is we have done the Caribbean islands so many times, we know all the pitfalls. And so we haven't booked a cruise line shore excursion when in the Caribbean islands in a long time. Because we've done this enough, and as I mentioned, know what to look for, not what to look for to getting screwed. Monitor the time and always plan whatever we're going to do outside of the cruise line shore excursions. We would be back within 3 hours of the ship leaving. That way there, if something does go wrong, flat tire, the taxi guy doesn't show back up, whatever it is, we've left a buffer to get back to the ship. Okay? Because, again, I'll be honest, to find an excursion off the ship, a lot of times you're going to find it for half the price. But it is a big, big, big risk if you've never done it before. Okay? So, sort of find your spot in that box, okay? All right. There you go, Cassidy. Appetizers are unlimited. Thank you, Macrina. I think Carnival does per person for entrees, 3 free. Pay. Yeah, we talked about that already. Just main dishes have, $5 charge. And this is exactly what I would be doing if I was on board, sitting on the deck talking to people. And I sit in the MDR and watch a guy eat 17 lobster tails once. If you want to have that same fun now outside of the main dining room, Coin Hobo, just go back on the pool deck where the seafood shack is, and you can have that same watch somebody eat 17 lobster tails experience.
You can. The seafood, we're not seafood people, but from what I hear from everybody that has had seafood at the seafood shack, it is incredible.
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, huge mounded plates of stuff.
Yes.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to cost a couple bucks. That is not free. It's the only thing down on that Lido area that you got to pay for. Well, other than the alcohol, but food-wise. Okay. Hey, Candy, welcome to the stream. You'll be on there January 6th. Look, there's a bunch of y'all on January 6th. Y'all got to find one another, right? Have a drink and toast us, because we're not going to be there. We're going to be working again in our regular life, but we'll miss you. But there's a lot of you going on the 6th.
Trust me, we'll be thinking about you.
Yes. Yes for the food picks. Yes for the food picks. Of course, Macrina's going to say yes. We don't have to ask her.
Yes for the food picks.
Can you find out what the minimum bets? Candy, we actually did that yesterday.
Yeah.
And of course, we've deleted the notes after we answer the questions. So they're between $5 and $25. If you want the stream we did yesterday, all right, December 24th, go back and watch it. We put the minimums for all the tables in
Blackjack,
that.
craps, all of those.
Yeah,
all of the games.
they're all on there.
Yep.
Okay. If you miss the ship, security goes into your cabin searching for your passports to leave with the port agent. However, it's not guaranteed they will find your passports. So that's why you take them. But in this case, Macrina, they were actually asking if they don't have passports, right? So why am I so wet?
It's the chair. It's
Is
the
it the
bench.
chair?
I'm pushing my legs up against it, and I'm getting
like,
wet here too.
I didn't pee my
It's been
pants.
raining for days, and
everything's wet.
The chair, the seat itself is dry because the sun came out today, but on the edges and underneath the back cushion, we can't lean against the back cushion.
Who peed on me?
I know.
There's a
it's
little boy
wet.
down there. I don't know what's going on.
The back of my legs are wet.
Macrina, it's easier to replace a lost passport than the risk of you missing the ship. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wendy, yes, a gentleman on my last cruise had to be taken off to get emergency surgery, and he didn't have a passport, and it took him a week to get approved. Yeah, it's and look, a lot of people, we still work. So when we get off the ship, we got to go back to work. Now we work, 3-4 months straight, like stupid straight, and then have 2 months off, which is when we do, these back-to-back cruises. Okay, but for most people, this is your 7 days vacation. You get home, you got to go right back to work. If you get stuck in wherever, that could be a problem.
Yeah, for most people.
For a lot of things, right? Anyway, also buy travel insurance. It's cheap and it's worth it. We talked about that earlier, Macrina. It's worth every penny. It really is. And 99.9, none of you are ever going to use it, right? But it's an insurance policy in case you had to use it, especially for medical stuff, right? I mean, they got to fly you somewhere. It's just insurance. Yep, Coin Hobo's a January 6th, or Tanya, January 6th. There you go. There's a bunch of y'all.
Yeah.
You're going to have a whole group.
Yes, I love it.
You got to take a picture and, email it to us.
Yes, we love to post it.
Lori, I'm pretty sure when the ship goes to your cabin, it goes to your safe and leaves your contents with the short. Also, always take a picture of the phone number. Yeah, we talked about that last night, Lori. So they do have the fun times now. Like the physical paper fun times. And it has the numbers on there. Y'all can come join us. We don't bite.
No, we're just looking back at
Okay, well then shoo. No, I'm kidding. We are live. YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want your face on YouTube? Come on over.
She's like, no. You're all Christmas out. You got your carnival jackets on. Here, look.
Yeah, come on. Here, have a seat.
What are y'all's names?
Here you go.
Hi, Kevin from McKinney.
Hi, Kevin from McKinney.
And
I'm Cassie.
Cassie and Kevin.
Yes.
All right,
Lisa,
look.
This is Robert.
You got your jackets that you just got and your Christmas hats on from Carnival.
Love it.
Y'all are
Love it.
styling and profiling.
Where's your hats?
I took it off. This thing is like
They're hot.
made for a child.
No, the
Oh, yeah.
Carnival hat.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, we didn't get
Where'd that come from?
You gotta go to the show in the Grand
show.
Atrium.
Oh, we missed it.
Yeah,
We've been up here. We've been up here.
Yeah, you'll have fun.
All right. Well, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
It
Yeah,
is.
It is. It is.
You guys have fun.
All right. Have a great night, y'all.
It's so big, it doesn't take one day to look at.
No. We show a little bit every day to these people because it's too much for one day, right? Isn't it, y'all? And now, of course, we've been on here chit-chatting with you for a while, guys. But if we try to show you the whole ship, it'd still be ship going on right now. It'd be like a 14-hour stream. Yeah, so the fun times. We don't have the one with us here tonight. It's back in our cabin. When you're in port, that fun times for that day will have the emergency contact numbers on it. Take your fun times with you when you get off the ship.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do that, you're talking about a screenshot. Do a screenshot on your phone of the app, those emergency numbers. Again, almost none of you will ever need that. But that is why they call it an accident. It's something that happens. It's unprepared. It's unknown. And you know, you want to be prepared, okay? January 6th party. Yeah, y'all pick a place. Pick a place. If you have a passport, you don't need the... That is correct, Travis. Just your passport. You're good to go, okay? Cool, thanks. You're welcome. April 13th for you. Okay, Candy, we're going to come back on with you. We'll be vague. Oh, April 13th? Yeah, we might still be working. I don't know.
Yeah, we might still be.
Do you two live in a camper as I... Oh, you found our other channel.
Yay! Yes, we do.
If you all didn't know, we full-time RV. Our other channel is Tall Man's RV Reviews. And when we first started cruising again, post-pandemic, we actually posted the first set of videos on that channel, thinking the RVers and the cruisers was a nice sort of marriage.
Not so much.
We had to get divorced.
Not us. The channels.
Yes, the channels. So in April, when we did our next bank of cruises, we started this channel. But we still have it's up. We post six videos a week on that channel, y'all. So if you like RVing and you like the stupidness of us, I guess. You can go watch us do RV reviews, just kind of like we do the cruise ship too. So, but yeah, Tall Man's RV reviews. We've never talked about it here because you know we're here for cruising.
Yeah.
An emergency airlift. Yeah, 50K. That's correct. Yeah. Right. Somebody's got to come get you. It's rough. Really is. So yeah, Macrina's still answering. Yep, you don't need that. Howdy.
Howdy.
That was like from 2 days ago. January 6ers will take pictures of all of us crammed in the wrong gangway.
Oh,
no. I want you
in an elevator.
I want you all in an elevator.
I want to see 17 of y'all in one of those elevators.
That was the Cassidy that's been asking all the questions. Okay? Good. Deep breath. Gonna take a drink now.
That's a good idea. Oh my goodness. Yesterday.
My big one's almost empty.
Yesterday I drank my last one dry. For 30 minutes I had nothing to drink.
Yep. All right. Well, once again, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes.
God bless you all. We really do appreciate you.
Yes,
if
we
you've
do.
joined us late and there's something that you were wanting to ask but didn't have the heart to put it in chat, when you're done, open up the video on YouTube and you can leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay? If you are watching the replay and there's something you just got to know about the ship, we are happy to get you the answer. Okay? So leave your question in the comments and we will get it to you usually the next day, but sometimes the day after. It depends on how many of you ask questions, right? We had a huge list tonight.
Unless it's a video. If it's a video, we will do that, the video request when we're doing the deck videos.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Macrina, you saw the menus? Oh, no, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll get your menus for the deli and pizza. That's on deck 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We videoed it today, and we know y'all have a short attention span, even though we've been on it with y'all for an hour and a half now. Most people watching, they just 20, 25 minutes of actual what we're here for, the content. The rest is Q&A. So we try to keep it, just so you can stay focused, right? with our phones these days, everything's
and
like,
hey, it's
yeah.
Christmas. You guys have spent your Christmas and
Yeah.
Christmas Eve with us,
Yeah.
and I cannot tell you how
Oh,
touched I am.
I know. If any of you were with us last night, did any of you go and watch the video that we were going to give you?
Yeah.
Did anybody go watch?
Profit.
It's The King is Born was the title of the video. It's about an hour and 20-minute concert, Christmas music that has been reimagined, if you will. If you didn't watch it, it's still Christmas. You can go and watch it.
Yeah.
Search on YouTube for Tommy Profit, P-R-O-F-I-T-T, Tommy Profit. Okay, it's on YouTube. The video's there. It's about an hour and 17 minutes. It is an amazing hour and 20 minutes worth of music. It is worth every ounce of that time, of your time, to sit there. And I mean, even if you don't sit there, if you put it on and walk around and do whatever you want to do, it's wow. That's all I can say. So again, Tommy Profit, look it up on YouTube, find his YouTube channel. It's the hour and 20-minute video from about a year ago. Oh, Coin Hobo did.
Yay!
Excellent. What did you think, Coin Hobo?
Yes.
Is it everything I said? Yes. See?
Oh, good. I'm so glad you guys got to see it.
That's what we were trying to give to you last night as a special gift, but we could at least tell you since we got slapped.
Yes.
Cassidy, you're welcome, by the way.
You know we love good music, and wow.
And I know, Macrina, you wanted to know what YouTube. I just got a letter saying, this is a warning. Don't do that again. We've deleted it. But they gave me an opportunity to look at it to see if there was a mistake, because you have to realize it's not a human being doing these things. It's the algorithm. It's their AI that is listening for things, and it heard enough of what we were broadcasting belonged to somebody else. We were giving them all the props. It wasn't like we're trying to make money on their product, but the algorithm immediately shut it off. You have the ability to go in and say, hey, no, this was me. It's my stuff. But I told them, nope, you're right. I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. Pfft, done. So that's what happened last night. So though we got slapped a little bit, it left a couple fingerprints. That'll go away. It'll go away. Okay. Loved it. Yeah, Coin Hobo. I thought it was great too.
I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah,
So.
I really am. Wow.
All right. Y'all get back to your families. Thank you for being part of the Tall Man Clan family. And until we see you all again tomorrow night, same time, same place, same Bat Channel. Good
Batty
night.
Channel.